A funeral home employee would be checking the coffins with another employee, when suddenly he would capture something eerie.
Miren, como tenemos rato escuchando ruidos aquí en esta zona. Si vemos, pues está solo y creemos que pues hay algo aquí porque pues se empiezan a mover así como que medio raro. Miren, 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 miren. Miren cómo se mueve, miren, 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 miren. Miren cómo se mueve. No hay nada. No hay nada, no hay nada, no hay nada. Está mi compañero, pero pues si vemos estamos solos.
A funeral home employee would be working alone with another employee. He would be checking the coffins in a room with all of them displayed, when he would see strange movement coming from one of the coffins. Determined to capture the bizarre occurrence on camera, he would start recording, and as he enters the room, the employee explains that they've been experiencing strange occurrences in this room, such as sudden noises and movement. However, as he goes further into the room, one of the coffins starts moving on its own. It looks as if someone is inside the coffin, desperately trying to open it from the inside. The employee sees this and quickly goes to investigate the coffin. However, when he opens it, nothing is inside. Spooked, the employee pans around the room to show that there is no one else inside the building besides him and another employee. What makes this footage even more bizarre is a strange movement from the coffin appears to be only occurring with that specific coffin, as the other coffins remain still, leaving us and these employees to wonder, what exactly have they captured taking place in this funeral home? And is there a restless spirit still trapped in this coffin?
Se empiezan a mover así como que medio raro. Miren, 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 miren. Miren cómo se mueve, miren, 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 miren. Miren cómo se mueve. No hay nada. No hay nada, no hay nada, no hay nada. Está mi compañero, pero pues si vemos estamos solos.
Late one night, two sisters would be returning home to quickly grab something they need for a party. However, as they make their way back to their home, things would take an eerie turn.
We just need to go from here. I don't know. Shut up. Hurry up.
I don't go to your house and mess with your shit, so don't mess with mine.
Two sisters would be making their way back to their house to quickly grab something they need for a party. However, on the way back, they would notice a shopping cart placed on the side of the road across from their home. Intrigued, the sisters investigate the mysterious shopping cart only to find something terrifying, as they realize the shopping cart is filled with dolls. The dolls appeared to be old and deformed. Disturbed, but determined to make it back to the party in time, they quickly continue back inside their home, and this is where things take an eerie turn as the camera placed on their door would capture something bizarre. The footage starts with the two sisters making their way up to their front door and quickly entering their home. However, before they fully open the door, a loud noise can be heard nearby, followed by a strange voice.
Hurry up.
The sisters pause for a moment, only to then quickly open their door and go inside. However, as the door remains open and the sisters are upstairs, an eerie woman appears and can be seen walking inside their home while carrying a doll in one of her hands.
I don't go to your house and mess with your shit, so don't mess with mine.
The woman abruptly stops and yells at the girls for messing with what we can assume is the woman's shopping cart full of dolls. The woman then turns around and walks out, still carrying the eerie doll. The sisters then quickly rush downstairs and close the door. However, before the footage ends, the door camera catches a mysterious shadow quickly darting by the front lawn. At this point, the eerie woman is off their property. So where did this shadow come from? Leaving us and these terrified sisters to wonder, what exactly did they stumble across on the side of the road? And is there something paranormal taking place with this woman and her dolls?
I don't go to your house and mess with your shit, so don't mess with mine.
Late one night, an employee would be finishing up his work alone in the middle of the night, when suddenly things would turn paranormal. An employee would be working late into the night as he finishes up his work. However, things would turn paranormal. The employee can be seen facing his computer screen as he continues his work, when suddenly an alarm can be heard ringing out 3 times in the building. Already on edge from being alone in this building, he would quickly get up from his chair and investigate. The employee can be seen checking the area in which the alarm was ringing from. However, he would find nothing. Confused, the man would take one last look towards the alarm before continuing his work. However, shortly after sitting back down, a loud noise can be heard nearby. The employee then slowly gets up and goes to investigate the noise. Finding nothing, once again, the employee would attempt to return back to his working station, when suddenly, an office chair would be pulled out towards the employee on its own. Spooked, the employee would quickly run out of the area and the footage would end, leaving us and this employee to wonder, what exactly has been captured taking place in this building? And was this employee truly alone? Late one night, a woman would be taking a late night walk, when suddenly she would hear something terrifying. A Reddit user on the r/paranormal encounter subreddit would upload footage she took from 3 years ago. The footage starts with a woman outside her home, when suddenly, what sounds like blood-curdling screams can be heard coming from a woman nearby. The screams are heard for around 10 seconds, only to then abruptly end. These screams don't sound like they are coming from an animal such as a fox, as they sound too human. And commenters would add chilling context to this footage, which further points to these terrifying screams coming from a person. I've lived near foxes for years. There is a different tone to their scream, and it tends to have a different rhythm. More screams in a shorter period. This sounds like a woman to me. I think so too, unfortunately. This happened right by my house. There's some steep woods that lead down to a highway. I'm guessing the screams came from the highway. There's also a cemetery right across that highway. Could have been from there too, which is even creepier. Leaving us and this terrified Opie to wonder, what exactly have they captured taking place outside their home? And has this eerie footage captured something truly terrifying taking place in the middle of the night? Before we move on to our last frightening clip, make sure you are subscribed so you can stay in the loop for the latest frightening findings. And while you're at it, give that like button a spook and check out some other scary videos I showcase on this channel. Now, let's continue. A family would be enjoying their time on a golf course, when suddenly, one of them would capture something bizarre.
Oh my gosh! What the hell?
A family in Florida would be riding across a golf course in a golf cart, when suddenly things would take a bizarre turn as one of them would start recording after they spot a bizarre figure walking across the golf course nearby. The woman zooms in on the figure as it walks by. The figure can be seen suddenly appearing and then suddenly vanishing. The figure appears to be translucent and wearing all white. The footage would abruptly end as the bizarre figure is nowhere to be found, leaving us and this terrified family to wonder, what exactly have they captured taking place on this golf course? And could this bizarre figure be a spirit still lingering around this golf course?
Oh my gosh! What the hell?
Alright, that's all the frightening clips I have for now. Thanks for watching, and leave a comment if you got frightened. And while you're at it, make sure to smash that subscribe button and give the like button a frightening experience. Thank you all for all of your support, and check out some more of the frightening findings that come across here in this channel. and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!